On tonight's episode, I have someone who is deemed to be one of the funniest channels that I know. He plays variety, he plays horror, uh, just random funny shenanigans happen in his channel. You can catch him speaking one time in Australian, the next time he like do an Irish accent. Like it's an unruly mess and it's a very funny thing. So Alpharoth, welcome to the third episode of Twitch Tea Time.
Glad to be here. I don't know what accent I should be doing now. Hello?
You do whatever accent you want.
Alrighty then. I don't know what accent that was.
Where's me haggis?
Where's me? Oh, was I supposed to be doing Scottish? Okay.
Oh, Scottish, Irish.
Irish, yes. Okay. Hopefully there aren't too many Scottish Irish people who are going to be offended by my accent.
Well, you could do German and Lupa will be happy.
Yeah, of course. Luva loves my German accent. I think she already sent me 3 death threats already
Oh
with
my
my German
God.
accent.
I think she's gonna be sending mercenaries soon.
Oh, is that what the knocks outside are about? Okay. I was wondering if that's German or Spanish.
See, that's the kind of fun you're in for on his channel.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start with segment 1, which is called The Road to Twitch and Gaming. First things first, before I start, tell me, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. It's Friday here. Friday, well, actually, technically, it's Saturday already.
Yeah.
And the weekend's always great because I don't have to go to work. And when I don't have to go to work, I feel refreshed.
That's good. So Alpha, can you please tell us a little bit about how you discovered Twitch and how you decided to become a streamer and how you took off?
Let's see. How I discovered Twitch, I think I was trying to watch a clip, and back in the day, I couldn't watch it unless I have an account.
Uh-huh.
So I just created it just to watch this clip or watch this video.
Yeah.
I think it was from a YouTuber that I was watching back in the day. I don't watch anymore, unfortunately. But I think I was trying to watch one of her VODs or something, and I was like, you know what, might as well just create an account.
Yeah.
And then how I started actually streaming was it's a pretty funny story. So I lost my previous job, and I was wondering, but luckily I already got the current job that I'm in lined up already. So it was good timing, but I had like 3 months of doing nothing in between jobs. So I was like, okay, I should be doing something. And I wasn't even thinking about streaming, but I noticed this job I'm currently in, I have to talk a lot with customers over the phone. And I wasn't at the time experienced in talking with customers. And in fact, I had a fear of speaking with like new people and strangers, especially on the phones. I'm guessing a lot of people have that fear.
Yeah.
Especially people like me. I don't know if people can actually tell, but I'm actually an introvert.
Oh.
I'm actually a massive introvert. Yes, if I have the choice to go to a party with lots of people or just stay home and play video games, number 2, play video games all day. And I do have like a social meter, as in I can be really outgoing, I'll talk a lot, but then there is a point where that meter's gone zero, and I just do not want to talk.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to interact with anyone. I just want to be by myself. So I thought this job's gonna have a lot of talking with customers, customer service, and all that. And I wanted to combat that fear of talking to people on the phone. So I decided to start streaming to combat that. Now, at the first, I didn't have a face cam, so it was just my voice. And I started to play. I think the first game I played was like Elder Scrolls Online, where I basically try to respond the questions. You get a set of choices of answers, and I try to like say it.
Yeah.
And then like in a voice, and that's probably how I got my weird voices. But then I started to, I got lucky, and some people started to come in the stream. And then the first time was very nerve-wracking. I was like, oh my God, a new person, some random person, and I think I don't know. I was very nervous. I didn't know what I was saying.
Yeah.
I was like, should I try to be cool? I was stiff back then. I wasn't like myself. Now I just humiliate myself and I don't care. I was like, yeah, that's just me. But back in the day, I was like, oh crap, what kind of image should I put? But then that's how I started stream, basically, just to help me speak, help me present. Now I'm not sure if I'm gone better with presenting. However, that fear is gone.
That's good. I want to ask you also, where did you get the name Alpharoth? Like, how did it come to mind?
That's actually a username I've gotten since I was 15.
Oh.
For those that doesn't know, I'm 30, about to be 34 now.
Oh.
In a week. So I got this username when I was 15. So before I got this username, my previous username started with T. I think it was the one or something. I can't remember. Something like kids would find cool.
So
but it started with T.
He removed the one. He just kept Alpharoth. It usually was the one Alpharoth.
The one and only Alpharoth. Unfortunately, some people also use Alpharoth, as I found out as I try to create usernames in other websites.
Oh,
but it started with T. And back in the day, I can't remember if it was PC and PlayStation 3 days or PlayStation 2 days.
Yeah.
When you try to search up your friends, there's no sort button there is no sort from like online and offline.
Oh.
It's always from A to Z. Right.
Like
and so for them to find me, like they start with people who start with A and B and C and D. So my name started with T. So they have to scroll all the way down to like invite me or send me a message. And some people have like lots of friends. And it was getting annoying because I'd be like, hey guys, I'm online. Oh, sorry, I couldn't see you because you're all the way down. So I decided to change my name. I was like, okay, I'm gonna change it with something with the A, so I'll be at the top, so they can find me easily. And I was like, wait, Alpha means like first, so I want to be in first and top of the list that people see. So I put in Alpha. And as for the Roth, I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan. I love Sephiroth. Yeah. It's my favorite villain, Sephiroth. Yeah. So I was like, and plus at the time, no one chosen Alpharoth before. It was unique, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna choose Alpharoth. And that has been my name since I was 15. Nice. So, wow, yeah. Nice. 17 years.
So,
or 18, 19, I can't maths.
Yeah. How did you decide on what content you're going to be streaming?
That's a good question. Because at the time, I was trying out several things. I was just playing some random games. I think I even played like Payday 2, Portal 2. And it was at the start it was very lonely, not in terms of like chat, like there's no chat, there's no viewers. I think I was averaging 0.7 viewers 1 month. But then someone recommended me to play Phasmophobia.
Oh.
Now I've never played horror video games before. In fact, I hate horror video games. I'm scared of. Wow. I'm easily scared. That one people can probably tell. I'm easily scared of horror video games. And when I was young, I actually I still have the condition of Phasmophobia, the fear of ghost or the supernatural stuff.
Oh,
yeah. And I got that mental condition because when I was 6 years old, I watched The Exorcist.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow!
And then when I was 9, I watched the Japanese original, The Ring.
Yeah, have you seen a movie called Audition? It's also Japanese. It's deemed to be one of the very violent horror movies out there.
Which is probably why I don't want to watch it. No. I am so scared of ghosts.
Yeah.
Like most ghost games are not even hard. It's just the fear. They're really scary.
Yeah.
And because I watched the Ring, then I watched the Ju-on, which is the Grudge, the Japanese version.
Oh, yeah.
And basically from then on, I had Phasmophobia. And then my cousins forced me to play horror games because they want to watch it, but they can't play video games.
Yeah.
So I, as a kid, stopped playing horror games forcibly. And so I developed Phasmophobia. So I really didn't want to play the game Phasmophobia. But then I found a couple of friends from there, including Hydra, who then introduced me a couple more friends. And then I end up getting my community from horror games. And they like watching me play horror games because they know I hate horror games. So now I, almost exclusively play horror games because of that.
Oh, wow.
And now Phasmophobia, I'm not scared of the game anymore because now I'm so used to it. Unless I'm playing solo, which
Yeah.
I do still get scared. But when they get me to play like single player games that I haven't played before, for example, the scariest game I've ever played is called Visage.
Oh yeah.
And yes, so I couldn't sleep for a week when I played Visage.
Oh yeah. I can see
Uh,
that. I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm easily scared. I'm easily jump scared, but only for ghost stuff.
Yeah.
Only for ghost stuff. When there's actual danger in real life where I should be scared,
Oh
like
my
a
God,
robber or something, I'm not too bad,
yeah. Well,
which is
yeah.
dumb.
Yeah.
because I don't believe in ghosts. But I know people exist and they can be horrible, but I'm okay with people.
Yeah. So, what is one memory you can never forget that happened to you in chat, and what's one memory you would wish to forget?
Ooh, that's a lot of things I wish I could forget in chat. I think my most happiest memory on stream
Uh-huh.
is when, for my last birthday, my streamers surprised me with a gift
Ooh.
and a like that what is it called, that e-card thing, kudos board.
Kudo
You know, when
board,
people
yeah,
write
Kudo board.
kudo board, yes. Because I really didn't expect it. Especially all my years. I think all my birthdays has been subpar, I guess. And I haven't really celebrated with friends, so I was really tired. I think I cried during my birthday because I really didn't expect it, and all that love. That was probably my favorite memory. It's
Yeah.
because I just made me feel so good. But in terms of what I wish I would forget. Oh my, I don't know where to start.
We have time. We have time. I'm here for like 3 hours.
That's a huge list I could forget. Let's see.
Yeah.
Well, I have a reputation on stream and now on other people's stream
Oh,
that I
great.
tend to say weird things.
Yeah.
Yes, weird things. I've now gone to streamers to stream where I've never been to. It will be my first time, and they're like, "Hey, you're that breast milk guy." And I'm like, wow, this is my reputation now. And for those who doesn't know what I'm talking about, one of my awesome viewers wrote, "Be right back, getting milk." I don't know what was going on in my head in
Is
that
it
time, but
Quill?
I read. No, it wasn't Quill. It was, I think, Millis, another Australian,
yeah.
great Australian
Yeah.
friend of mine. But she wrote, "Be right back, getting milk." And for some reason, I read that as getting breast milk.
Uh,
Now, I don't like to judge.
yeah.
So I was like, all right, she's getting breast milk. I don't know if she's making it herself or she's helping someone else. You know what? I'm not going to judge. And then I saw it was actually Be Right Back.
Yeah.
And that's probably like 6 months ago, and people still bring it up sometimes.
Yeah.
That's just one of 100 things weird things I've said.
Well, how would you react if I ever happened to remix that part and make it into a song?
You know what? It won't be the first song someone remixed it.
Oh yeah, I've done it. Yeah.
I think there was a streamer who took something I said that's really weird and made it a sound alert for his stream. And I'm like, what? That's just so weird. But yeah, no, I say weird stuff all the
Yeah.
time. Not intentionally, okay? It's just my brain works like that.
Yeah.
Especially when I have like a word stuck in my head. For example, for one day, I had the word penis stuck in my head. Don't ask me how, but I did. Because my freaking viewers kept bringing it up, the word penis. So it was in my head. I got raided by someone new for the first time.
Yeah.
Someone I've never before. She just randomly raided me. We're good friends now, but
Yeah.
and then because it's the word penis still in my head, instead of saying thank you so much for the raid, I said thank you for the penis. Now I don't think she has a penis.
We're not judging.
But she found that very amusing. No, I'm not. I'm not here to judge. Exactly. But I said thank you for the penis, and she was shocked. But now she used that against me every time I see. Hey, it's the penis guy. I'm like, yeah, that's me now.
Well,
The
you
penis
can't
guy.
say happiness without penis. So
Ex- exactly. I will always say that. Yes. No. I do not want to say that. Oh my god. But yeah, this is just one of few things. And it actually goes to work as well. I have
Yeah.
said with stuff at work.
yeah. So
Yeah.
so what is one thing that you learned from being on Twitch, and what are the benefits of the platform in your opinion?
The benefits is by far just meeting people you probably would have never met before. Would never meet in your life.
Yeah.
Like I know people from Germany, America, Japan, Norway, Belgium. You know, everywhere. I'm not rich. Like I don't have enough money to go all the way to Germany, Belgium, Netherlands, and just to make some friends. But
yeah.
here we are. Now I am friends with everyone all over the world, from the Middle East, Asia, Scandinavia,
Middle
Europe,
East, here, I raise my
America.
hand.
Exactly. I know so many people from the Middle East now,
Yeah.
and it's just crazy that that I will be friends with everyone all over the world. I expected that people are gonna watch me just gonna be Australians and that's it. But no, in fact, Australians. That's not. Even though I have a few Australian viewers, majority of my viewers are not Australians.
That's nice.
And that is crazy. And the few that are Australians and in Melbourne, like Quill, I can meet them, and I have met with them,
Nice.
and they're lovely people. That's what I was scared about the first time I met someone from online, whether they're gonna be the same, on stream, because some people put on a show or a mask, but no, Quill is as lovely as she is on stream. She says, yeah, I am funny and weird as I am on stream as well. And it's lovely. And
Yeah.
I probably would have never met these people if it wasn't for Twitch. And what was the first question again? Sorry.
I forgot.
Yeah, that was the benefits of Twitch. The first part is probably what we can learn from Twitch is.
What is the one thing that you learned from being on Twitch? Yeah.
One thing. Well, there are many things, but if I could choose one thing, is that I would say I realized that everyone, no matter where you're from, what culture you're on, we're all just the same.
Mm-hmm.
Again, like I said, I've met so many people all over the world, and the only thing that their background and the culture defines them is just what food they eat, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah.
And yeah, like sense of humor. Almost all my viewers have the same sense of humor. They all like me doing the same thing. So it's really eye-opening when when someone from America can make this exact same joke as someone from Norway, and they all laugh, and you realize it's just where you're from may define some parts, like your taste in food maybe, or your taste in weather, because in Australia it's currently really hot, but in Europe it's probably like minus 30 degrees at some point. But in terms of your personality, it's all choices, right? It's all choices. Sure, some cultures may define a little bit of expectations. For example, I know in Indonesia, for example, there's still a bit of what's the word, that men are expected to like take care of the women, and that patriarchy is still there. Whereas in the West, where like in Australia, it's equal. You expect men and women to be equal, or you should be equal. And as a child of both countries, like I was born in Indonesia, but I grew up in Australia. I can see why people like that, how they grew up like that. But at the end of the day, it's your choice of how you're gonna be in life.
So on Twitch there's like a lot of people, as you said. Some of them can be toxic, and how do you deal with these chatters?
Mm. Fortunately, now I have a great mod who kind of do most of the heavy lifting. But back in the day, I remember when I didn't have any mods,
Yeah.
I did the mistake of trying to appease them, which is not what you should do. Because they thrive in getting a reaction, and they thrive in basically making people suffer. Right?
100%.
They're not like, sometimes I try to give people benefit of the doubt. Maybe they meant it wrong way. Again, like I said, could be a culture thing. Like in some countries, or maybe the English is not their first language, or they're not that proficient at it. They weren't trying to be mean, but some people are genuinely trying to be mean. I remember this person comes in who start accusing that I'm actually not really Australian, for example.
Oh wow!
Right, because of my race, and I was like, okay, that's clearly a troll. Wow. That's not even. Yeah. And that one, and he was using colorful language as well, so he got banned immediately.
Well,
but there are some, there are some people who are now great people who started off on the wrong foot, but they didn't mean it like that. They actually meant it in a different way, and I tried my hardest now to see it like I could give him benefit of doubt. It's like, okay, maybe he didn't mean it that way. She didn't mean it that way. They're trying to be nice. Or maybe they're having a bad day. That's also another thing. Like people could be having a bad day, and you just happen to get the that brunt side of it, and then maybe that's not who they are. Which is why when I have a bad day, I now try to teach myself, like, look, people are still looking at you. Some people might look at you for the first and last time and think that's who you are as a person. So try not to, I'll practicing not to change my behavior too much when I'm having a bad day. Especially when you're hungry. The term hangry, I have to teach myself not to get hangry, because I was like the person to react when I'm hungry until I saw someone else did it, and I realized I didn't want to be like that, and I had to teach myself, okay, when I'm hungry, I have to be also nice. I have to be pleasant.
So what are your limits regarding your streams? Like, what would piss you off? What's the big no-no? What is allowed and what isn't?
Let's see. My computer freezing and not doing what I tell it to pissed me off a lot. Other things that pisses me off, I guess, when I have a meeting with someone and they said yes, and I come and last minute they say, oh, sorry, I can't make it. That pisses me off a lot. Basically, people not keeping their promises, liars, or people accusing people doing something they didn't. That pisses me off a lot. Injustice, basically, injustice pisses me off a lot. And unfortunately, they happen all the time.
Yeah, the game pissed me off a lot.
Injustice, the game. I've only played the first one, but yes, injustice in the world pisses me off, and it's just sucks. Racism pisses me off a lot. All that bigotry pisses me off, and unfortunately, in Australia, you see it every day. You see it every day. Especially during COVID, it was really horrible.
I've been called a bigot myself because I played Hogwarts Legacy, apparently.
Oh yes, I was called that too. I lost a lot of followers over playing Hogwarts, even though it was my birthday present. But they said, I'm anti-trans people, and I was like, there's at least 5 trans people in my chat.
Who
I am.
One in the game, actually.
Yeah, there's one in the game. So I can't remember the name. It's like S, start with S.
It's the bartender.
The bartender. Yes. I think I need to remember her name. I think Soiree or something. Like I understand why people might not play the game. Like, because I hate J.K. Rowling as well for her views. For her disgusting views. But I grew up. I learned how to separate the artist from the art, and if you look at Harry Potter by itself, it's a lot of anti-discrimination in Harry Potter. Right.
Yeah.
With the elves, with the now was it Muggle-born wizards? I didn't want to say the M word, the mud, the,
Oh
the
yeah.
yeah.
The Nigeria
No, we're
word, yeah.
no.
Oh, not
What?
not the other N word. Okay, okay, no, okay.
No, M for
M. Oh,
Michael.
M. Okay, okay.
No, I was making it the Mudbloods.
Oh, Mudbloods. Yeah. Well, you can say
Yeah,
Mudbloods.
I was. Yeah, like how that's like basically
Yeah.
a slur in the universe, and it's a story about everyone can be should be like free,
Yeah.
express themselves. Now it's unfortunate that the artist kind of didn't see that from her own work.
Yeah.
But I get why people, like some people do not want to play it, and that's their choice. I
Yeah.
respect that. What I don't respect is when they start bullying or harassing people who does play it.
Yeah. Yeah. I've
Yeah.
I've been banned in like a few channels because of that.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah. No, and that's just people, closing their eyes. Like, my views are right, everyone else is wrong. I don't want to
Yeah.
listen to alternatives, whatever. And unfortunately, there's people like that from all sides of all topics. I love anime. I love One Piece, and I know some people say, no, One Piece is the worst anime ever. I don't want to hear anyone's opinion of it. And I was like, okay, fine, whatever.
Well, yeah.
Um, but
I can relate.
yeah. So and at the same time, I don't respect people who bought the game just to piss off those people. And I was like, no, buy the game if you want to buy the game.
Well, as a
Don't
big
use it as a
Harry
political
Potter fan-
message.
Yeah, as a big Harry Potter fan
Yeah.
myself, I grew up through that franchise, so I can't
Exactly.
not but play the game. So
Exactly, and I love the game. I know it has some criticism. I love the game. I do love it. The fact that you do play a sociopath no matter what. And I was like, okay, sure, I'm a sociopath. But like I said, it's people's choice if they want to play it or not. Just
Yeah.
don't harass other people for
Yeah.
their choices.
So since we're talking about games, like what games have you recently finished?
Finished. I do play a lot of single play games when I'm not on stream.
Yeah.
So the last game I finished was, I think, Metro Exodus.
Oh, nice.
Which for those who don't know what it's about, it takes place during a post-apocalyptic Russia,
Oh, wow.
and you're a Russian there, and basically it has a pretty nice. I started playing the Metro series when
Yeah.
I know it sounds bad, but during the Ukraine war thing, because it's a really good basically anti-nuclear, anti-war story that takes place in Russia.
Yeah.
I think the author's now banned in Russia or something, but and it's a pretty good game, and I wouldn't say hard. It's actually pretty easy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I play a lot of single player games. I love RPG games. Baldur's Gate 3 is one of my favorites that I finished. But I also play games. I'm currently playing Sims 4
Oh,
because I love those. Yeah, Stardew Valley. I love farming games. Undertale's my favorite
Yeah.
indie game. The Yakuza series is pretty fun.
Have you played Palia or Dreamlight Valley?
No, so I have Dreamlight Valley wishlisted. I do know it may take a while to complete. I love Disney. I'm a 90s kid, of course. I love
Yeah,
Disney.
same.
And I love farming games. So this game would be like the game for me, but I have so much library
Yeah.
of games I need to finish. So I'll probably just wait till it really goes on sale.
Yeah. So what do you define gaming to be for you?
What do I define gaming to be for me?
Mhm.
Do you mean like what does video game?
Yeah.
What is video games to me?
Yeah.
Well, basically, video games is in my opinion, is one of the best forms of media entertainment, because it combines both what I love about movies and what I love about music, and it's in some cases it's almost like a choose your own story. There are games like The Last of Us, which is basically one massive, amazing linear narrative experience. It's probably the best. And there's games like Red Dead Redemption 2, which is you almost feel like you're the character. So gaming feels like you take place, you watch an epic movie, but you're also the character,
Yeah.
and you feel the character more with amazing music in the background. I mean, and it is by far the most profitable entertainment by far. And if you're into that, like sports games, where you play sports games, sure, it's also a puzzle. It's a puzzle not form, but format. It helps with your reactivity. Reaction. It helps with your problem solving. And you're constantly, your mind's constantly being used on playing video games. So it's not like when you're just watching a TV show or movie and you're just receiving information. No, you have to make decisions, or at least the good games, you have to make decisions. So to me, it's the ultimate form of entertainment, since you're getting everything, and you can, unlike a movie, where it's usually 2 hours and then that's it, and then you can't change it. In this one, you can fail, sure, but sometimes you can make your own kind of story in it, especially in those choice-based games. And it's just so flexible as well, because movies are one thing. Sure, there are genres like comedies, action, but they're really usually just one thing. That's the start, that's the finish, that's the story, that's it. Whereas in video games, you could play games like Sims 4 and there could be no stories, or Roller Coaster Tycoon, or whatever it's called now. Those sandbox games, right? There's no story in Phasmophobia.
Oh, that's
it's a
Zoo
game.
Tycoon that I'm thinking about. Yeah,
Zoo Tycoon, that's one I have. Well, Zoo Tycoon, Planet Coaster.
Planet Coaster.
That's another one. Planet Coaster. This is those kind of games. There's survival games like Minecraft. And then there's games like Dark Souls 3, where the story is told through items.
Oh God.
Right? It's just so flexible how you can tell a story in video games, or maybe there might be any story at all, and it's still entertaining because you're creating your own story in sandbox games. And then there's the multiplayer aspect of it. That's a whole different level of storytelling when there's multiple people. Sure, you could play co-op games like Portal 2, or with the We Were Here series, or It Takes Two. Those games where you need 2 people, and your experience may vary depending on the people you play. But you could also play like Phasmophobia, where a scenario may happen because someone, for example, let's just say someone's called Butters, who makes would say something stupid and then get killed by the ghost. That's a story by itself. So gaming that's why I said that's, it's an ultimate form of storytelling. And if they want to go the traditional route of like the linear storytelling, like in movies, not only it's like that, but you're actually the character. In Last of Us, you are Joel, so you feel the character more. The character development is felt more, and any changes or character arcs the character goes through, you feel it deeper.
Yeah. So, what can we expect from you on Twitch in the future?
I'm still also trying to figuring things out on Twitch. Like right now, I met a lot of amazing people, which is such a great blessing. Now I was told, like, as an advice, don't look at the numbers too much, and trying to not to get disheartened if one day you're not getting much viewers, because that is Twitch. It can be very random sometimes. And but at the same time, I am now working more on my social media stuff. Like, I'm uploading stuff now on TikTok, which I didn't use TikTok at all. My YouTube as well. I'm editing like 10-minute videos on YouTube and uploading shorts. So I try to be more active on that, but I'm an older guy. It's hard to be active, but I'm trying. I'm really trying. But yeah, I just want to keep growing and see where where to go from here. As even though I've been streaming for 2 years, I'm still relatively new to it. So, and you can never stop learning.
Yeah. Since like before I move on to more Twitch questions, what are two of your favorite games ever?
Chrono Trigger is my favorite game of all time.
Chrono
Chrono
Trigger.
Trigger
Yeah.
from Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
And the second one, I would say either Final Fantasy Tactics, which is my favorite Final Fantasy,
Yeah.
or that's a very good question. What game have I played the most? No, that's not a good indication,
it could
actually.
be that. It could be that. It doesn't.
I don't know. I wouldn't say Phasmophobia is my favorite game of all time. Even though I'm pretty sure I played Phasmophobia the most.
Yeah.
But I would say for now, I'm on top of my head, probably Knights of the Old Republic, Star Wars
wow.
Knights of the Old Republic.
Wow. Yeah.
So either those three, but Chrono Trigger is definitely my favorite of all
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
And then maybe Final Fantasy Tactics, maybe Final Fantasy VII,
Tactics.
the original.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tactics. Although Tactics is my favorite Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Or like I said, it could be what was it? What did I say? I don't even remember what I said.
I forgot.
Yeah, but no, my favorite games of all time, Chrono Trigger.
Yeah. So, what games you'd never see yourself playing?
Horror games. It's very
Oh my
simple.
God.
I've never seen myself play horror games, but you know what? I am playing horror games. But if you're asking what games I haven't played and I will never plan on
Yeah,
playing,
this is the one. Yeah.
MOBA games.
Oh no.
MOBA
Mine
games.
is
So League of
Duty.
Legends.
Like Call of Duty, I would.
Call of
never play
Duty?
that.
Oh yeah. I have played in the past, but now the current Call of Duty I won't play it. But I played the
Yeah.
original Call of Duty when it came out.
Yeah.
And the remake, which is Call of Duty 2006 or something. I enjoyed it, but I realized how Call of Duty is like now, and I was like, okay, I can't play it.
Yeah.
Can't play this anymore. Especially I think my reaction times is not as good as before. I would play games like Battlefield before I play Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's less. It's more tactical. But I have played all of those games in the past. The ones I definitely haven't played and I will never play are MOBA games like League of Legends,
Yeah.
Dota, those kind of games,
Dota, yeah.
because I really don't like toxic games, like toxic communities. Toxicity is like the thing I try to stay away from.
Yeah.
And those games are really bad when it comes to toxicity.
Yeah. So, to the new people out there who are just starting to stream or are thinking about it, what's one advice you'd give them?
There are three advice I would
Or three.
I would give. One, kind of like don't let it, and it may affect it. It probably will, but try not to let it affect your mental health too much, because Twitch streaming does affect your mental health,
Yeah.
especially when you're getting like traction and all of a sudden it stopped and it keeps going back down.
Yeah.
That will mess up with your mind,
Yeah.
unfortunately, and it has with me, and it has with a lot of my friends, if not all of my friends. But it happens, and it happens to everyone.
Yeah.
Another advice I might give is, if in terms of quality of the stream,
Mhm.
audio is more important than video.
Mhm.
Trust me. People would prefer to watch you if your audio is amazing and your video is bad, rather than your video is amazing, or your face cam
Yeah.
is amazing, but your audio is bad. Because bad audio actually causes maybe headaches. Like it really, and I learned that when in filmmaking as well. Audio is far more important than visual.
100%. Yeah.
Because a bad visual, you're like, oh, okay, that's a bad shot, but whatever. But bad audio, you really can't listen to it. You're like, what the hell? I'm not even listening to the
Yeah.
dialogue.
Yeah.
The bad audio is just really bad. And bad audio just doesn't just mean mic quality. It could mean the echo. It could mean the levels are too low. Like there was a streamer who bought a really expensive mic, but she put her gain too low, so it's really hard to hear her. Or the game audio is louder than her mic.
Mhm.
or when she's playing against like with other people, their audio is way louder. Like that all affects it.
Yeah.
So make sure you test before you you start streaming. Visual, it's very easy to see if it's wrong or not, right? You can see yourself like, okay, it's too orange or it's too blue or the lighting is terrible. But with audio, you do have to do some tweaks, because sometimes, especially if you're not an audio engineer, you're like, okay, minus 6 dB, is that too loud? Is that bad? You know, you're not sure. So you do have to do some testing.
Yeah.
And the third piece of advice, and it's very important, make sure, and I did this at the start as well, make sure your game, like if you're playing a video game and you're streaming it, make sure the frame rate is like okay.
60 or 50.
Maximum 60, because Twitch doesn't like it when it goes over 60. It goes like stuttering. That's actually should be advice number 1. That's the most important one, because that one do give people headaches. If you're playing a game and it like stutters every 3 seconds, or the frame rate is really bad, the thing is streamers can't tell, because it would be like fine on the computer, but on Twitch it may be really laggy.
Yeah.
And that is very damaging.
Yeah.
100%. A friend of mine started streaming. I actually had to apologize to her, because I was like, look, I'm sorry, I can't stay. I'm getting a headache watching your stream.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%.
And trust me, you do not want that. And I did that. I did that one day where I realized you're not supposed to go over 60 frames per second when streaming. And I think it was actually a really good gameplay of Resident Evil Village that I recorded, and I couldn't use because of the stuttering.
Yeah.
And that's number 1 actually. Make sure your stream is watchable.
Now we're gonna move on to segment 2, which is kind of like a lightning round, but it isn't a lightning round. Like, I'm gonna ask you random like pop quiz questions about yourself. Just you can answer with a short answer or with a long answer. I don't mind. So
okay, sure.
do you mind telling me and the listeners what's your daily routine? Like something you always like to do, has become a regular thing?
I now try to drink vitamins, especially vitamin D, because I don't go out too much. And since I've done some research on what vitamin D is, apparently it's happiness. It's like happiness pill. Your mental health can be affected greatly with vitamin D, with a lack of vitamin D, which is why I think a lot of people in Scandinavia, because the sun is not really out much in Scandinavia in winter, they have to take vitamin D pills. It helps with mental illness, and this was cross reference, because when you're looking at a study, you make sure it's not biased study, and make sure it's not a study you just want to confirm, like confirmation bias, like, oh, I see it says. No, I always try to see the other side. But vitamin D pills is like everyone agrees that basically it's a very important vitamin, the vitamin D. Yeah, so that's one thing I added into my life. I do try to eat healthier now, and I did say try. Never having success.
Try.
Slight success. Yes, but I do at least try now to eat more healthy and exercise at least twice a week.
That's good. Yeah.
At least twice a week, yes.
So, what's your favorite meal or food of all time? Like your comfort food?
Fried chicken. Fried chicken wings. Fried chicken wings.
Fried chicken wings,
Fried chicken wings. Wicked Wings, KFC, or Korean fried chicken wings. That's my favorite.
So tasty. Yeah, that's so tasty.
Yeah. It's also very unhealthy. Now, remember when I said I try to eat healthy? Yeah, this is kind of contradicts itself, doesn't it?
Well, when you're losing calories and you're losing weight, it's not like a big deal,
Yeah. Oh, it's also I have high cholesterol, so I try not to eat too much. But But yeah, fried chicken wings is definitely my favorite.
Yeah. So what's one thing you tell yourself very often?
Funny
Good
enough,
thing,
I
good
don't
thing.
tell myself. Oh, good things. Okay. That narrows it down quite a bit.
Good things.
some things, and people find this weird because I do it, like not loudly, but I talk to myself, right? And sometimes when I do good things, I tap myself on the shoulder and says, "Well done, Alpha. Well done for doing that."
Yep.
And people find it weird. But you know what? I feel like growing up, like I was very harsh on myself. So now I'm trying to teach myself to be more lenient with myself and try to give myself praises when I can.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you ever were to be a creature, alive or mythical, what would you be and why?
A phoenix.
Nice.
No, because you can't die basically, phoenix.
And
but
you cannot make chicken wings out of phoenix.
I know exactly. It's too hot. Wicked wings. But it'll be spicy. But maybe I don't know if I've always found like my favorite mythical creature would be like a dragon.
Oh,
So, I've just been fascinated. Like both Western dragons and like Asian dragons. I like both versions of dragons. And so those two dragons types I do really like.
Yeah.
But I don't know which one I like more though, like Asian dragons or Western dragons.
Maybe combine both to create your own creature.
I mean I think the major difference is Western dragons have wings and Asian dragons don't.
Well,
for those who doesn't know what Asian dragons is like, think Dragon Ball Z dragon. That's Asian dragon. They don't have wings. That's just a worm.
Is it close to what's his face? Dragonair from Pokemon? Kind of like with wings?
Yeah, kind of. Whereas Dragonite, or the evolved version, is more the Western. Western versions are like the D&D versions of dragons.
Okay.
With the wings and all that, fire breathing. Whereas Asian dragons are like a snake, kind of. No, Charizard is Western dragons. They have because Charizard has wings.
Yeah.
But it's more like, I don't know if you watched Dragon Ball.
I watched it as a kid and I forgot about it.
Do you remember what the dragon looks like?
No, I watched Dragon Ball GT more.
Okay. But they don't have wings.
Yeah.
They don't have wings.
Okay.
They have whiskers. That's all I remember. But they're supposed to be like wisdom and power and all that. But yeah, I love dragons. But if I had to live as one, maybe not. Maybe Phoenix is better.
Yeah. So you're a wonderful, funny, and positive person from what I heard. But I want to know,
thank you.
When someone in real life is being toxic, how do you deal with their energy?
Oh, that's actually happened a few weeks ago or a few months ago, where a colleague of mine, a former colleague of mine, was threatening me. Former colleague of mine was threatening me. And we realized he was paranoid and jealous of me, unfortunately. But basically, look, I don't want to like reveal too much because I probably shouldn't be revealing this, so I won't reveal too much information. But basically, he was threatening. He accused me of talking about him behind his back, talking bad about him, even though I was like, I don't even think about you, man. I'm talking about games most of the time. And then one day he just took me outside, talked to me, and start like threatening me and say, "You do this again, I'll kill you," But I told him, I don't know what he thought I was gonna do. I told my manager straight, and HR got involved. Yeah, and he's basically gone from the company now. So.
When you said, "I don't even think about you," it reminded me, I'm a big Kelly Clarkson simp and I keep on saying that, but she has a song called I don't think about you. I don't even think about you. Don't talk about you. Almost forgot about you. Yeah.
Exactly.
I
And
love it.
but unfortunately, and the message works because it's true. Like, not many people think about you, but I think he has narcissistic disorder. So he's a narcissist, so that's why he thinks everything's always about him. But generally, how I deal with toxicity is I try not to get too emotional, which is very hard. I do get scared, but I try not to get too angry, especially when it comes to people working in retail, people working in restaurants, I know how much they're not getting paid much. Even Australia,
Yeah.
I know they're getting paid more than Americans, waitresses and stuff. But
Yeah.
I was like, dude, there's no reason for me to get angry at you, even though they've made a mistake or like they forgot to book our table, even though I already
Yeah.
booked it. And I try my hardest, like, okay, look,
Yeah.
try to be understanding, be firm, don't just roll over, but don't like yell at them, don't get angry at them, because that's not a good look, and that's just not good behavior. Anyway, it's what a
Yeah.
toddler would do.
Yeah. 100%. So, what's your biggest pet peeve?
People not keeping their promises, people being late,
You've said that, yeah.
people chewing with their mouth open.
Ugh. Oh my God. Yeah.
And yeah, those are that's like the major ones. People who I was about to say people who lie, but then lie could be like a white lie, like it could be something for good. If it's benevolent, for benevolent reasons, I don't mind lies.
Yeah.
But people who are manipulative, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Basically, toxicity.
Yeah. So, if this was the last day on Earth ever, what would you do and how would you spend it?
Probably screaming, and then you're like, "Oh, shit, great, I'm gonna die." Okay, cool.
Yeah, I would probably do one very crazy thing since like we're gonna die. I'd probably take all my clothes off and just run in the streets and yell, "We're gonna die! We're gonna die!"
Yeah, the thing is, I probably have done that at some point when I was drunk. So I was like, I don't think that's crazy for me. I don't know if I'm probably gonna. No, but serious answer, I probably call up all my friends and my family and tell them how much I love them, how much they mean to me. Because well, so, I mean they know that, but I wanted to say it again anyway. Yeah.
So let's say you have $100,000. What would you do with it?
Pay off my debts, which then I probably have $500 left or something.
Okay.
Maybe give it like $10 million. $100,000 is nothing nowadays.
Oh yeah, 500. Let's say 500,000.
Again, pay off my debts, which I don't know how much left once I pay off all my debts. But if $500,000, so first pay off my debts because I don't like having debts.
Yeah.
Second, I don't know. That's not even enough to buy a house.
Travel and visit your friends since you're
No. I will not waste it on that. I mean, like $500,000 is not enough to buy a house, and my dream is to buy a house.
Oh yeah.
Tell you what, I will use $20,000 of those $500,000 to get a head transplant.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And for leisure, I would upgrade my PC.
100%. 100%.
And maybe I would sell my current car and buy an efficient electric car.
Ooh,
like a good one, No, because my brother-in-law has a Tesla, and I don't like the back seats.
Oh yeah, I
don't like the interface, like how you have to do everything from the thing.
Yeah.
The new Tesla now is so like to reverse, you have to go to a touch screen to reverse and to go to drive. That's a big no. I was like, no.
Yeah.
But nowadays Tesla is no longer like the king of electric cars because everyone has really good electric cars now. But I will definitely buy one I would spend money on stuff that will save me money in the future.
That's nice. So, what's one thing you cannot live without?
I was gonna say the internet. That's not true. We've had a power outage before.
We have these every day, so.
Like objects? Do you mean?
Anything.
In terms of objects? Anything?
To me, it'd probably be my PC, for example. For me.
Yeah. See, I would say that now too. Even though my PC is relatively new, I've only got this PC when I started streaming.
Yeah.
Like, so it's only 2 years old. PC, probably. Like, every day, I would just go on my PC. If it's non-objects, I'm actually a little bit of I'm the kind of person that I need some friends or loved ones, so I can't live alone. And as some people can live alone, unfortunately, if I live alone too long,
Yeah.
like I yeah, well,
You
I
go,
just cry.
you'll go stir crazy as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm already crazy, but I'll probably just be sad crazy now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do you think, in your opinion, is the worst invention ever?
The worst invention. I don't know what would be the worst invention, because even like horrible inventions have uses, and some, for example, we could always say, "Oh, rockets are horrible because they kill people," but rockets led to rocket ships, which led to
Yeah.
us landing on the moon.
Was it
I don't know
real,
what
for
would be the.
example? A lot of people say the moon landing is fake.
I'm a science person.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
a scientific person, so
Yeah, yeah.
I'm very,
Yeah.
very
Okay.
I love, and
Yeah.
the fact that when we landed on the moon, we didn't say America landed on the moon.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe the Soviets did, but the the astronauts didn't say, yes, we Americans landed on the moon. No, they said we,
They
mankind,
didn't specify.
landed on the
Yeah.
moon.
Yeah,
Exactly. And when Yuri Gagarin went to space,
Yeah.
I said we went to space.
Yeah.
So all these human achievements, I say we. But I don't know. Trying to think of the worst invention. No, an easy cop-out answer is like Twitter, like social media or whatever. But there are good things from social media.
Yeah.
That could be good things from social media. I don't like the misinformation now that's coming out of social media or how people quickly just find a source and think it's credible. I'm always skeptical when it comes to information. I was like, is this true? Is this right?
Yeah.
That's just how I work. But unfortunately, a lot of people, they hear one thing and they're like, oh, that must be true,
Yeah.
Hogwarts is all for people who hate trans people, And I was like, no. Like that could be bad things. So I don't know I don't know.
We can skip this
I can
question
tell you
if you want.
I can tell you what the worst life insect it would be. Mosquitoes. I hate mosquitoes. I hate flying mosquitoes. But yes, I can't think of a human invention that's like purely bad and
let's
has
say
no.
mosquitoes. Yeah.
Well, yeah, let's say mosquitoes somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what's your all-time favorite game to play off stream? Like your comfort game?
Sims 4.
Uh-huh.
I actually have a list. So like single player games,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that because they have a start and finish. And for example, I love Cyberpunk, but I just finished it, and even though DLC just came out, I'm gonna wait a little bit before I play it again. However, there are games where you can play over and over again. Sims 4 is one of them. I also play a game called Crusader Kings 3. Which is a game set in medieval times, and you basically either have a count, a duke, or a king, and you just try to expand your territory and your family. I play, and then if not, I do play like single player games. Try to finish it when I can. But the games I still play that I have on my list that I play off stream is Crusader Kings 3, Sims 4, especially since I just bought like the expansion packs. Although I do play some games like Medieval Dynasty. I don't play Phasmophobia off stream.
Medieval Dynasty, is it like an 8-bit thing? Like
no, Medieval Dynasty is kind of like you're a peasant in medieval times. It's first person, and you get to marry people, create a town, and you manage the town to make a medieval town.
Oh yeah, because I think there's a game called Yes Your Majesty, Yes Your Highness.
I saw that. Yes, I have that on my wish list.
Yeah,
that does seem fun. I like those kind of games as well.
Yeah.
I'm pretty open-minded when it comes to video games. There's only 2 games I actually don't play. One, I would never ever play MOBA, like I said. And 2, I don't play racing games anymore because 1, I suck at racing games, and Oh, and fighting games. I mean, like, I like
Fighting
watching
games.
it, but I suck at fighting games.
You
Like
you ha-
Injustice.
you have to
I
watch
suck at it.
me. Then you have to watch me one time like play a wrestling game because
Mhm.
I downloaded like Donald Trump, Elmo, make them fight each other, and like happy
Who
enough, like
won?
lucky enough Elmo won.
Who won? Okay, yeah, great.
Elmo, yeah. For example,
Of
I
course,
made Homer
Elmo's
Simpson
a
kick.
freak,
Yeah,
man.
I
You
made
can't
Dr.
play Elmo.
Phil. I made Dr. Phil come in the ring and fight Elmo, like as a
Is
revenge
this
for
WWE?
Trump. Yeah, yeah.
Ah,
You can
okay.
you
I
can
used to
have
play that when I
you
was
can
young.
have
Yeah.
these like as get them on the store
Custom,
as
yeah,
DLC.
custom,
Yeah.
yeah.
Even
Oh, that
Homer
was so
Simpson
funny.
looked very demented, but
Homer
very funny.
Simpson.
They even
No,
did
I
Marge
love.
Simpson. They even did Marge Simpson, but she had like muscles and she looked like a man.
But no, But those games I actually do like playing. The wrestling.
Yeah.
I used to play WWE back in the day, and I watched
Yeah.
WWE. But I'm
Same.
talking games like Tekken, Street Fighter.
Mortal Kombat.
well, like those, yeah, side-scrolling fighting games.
Yeah.
Side-scrolling, but you know what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
I
I
know.
suck at
Platforming.
those.
Platforming, yeah.
I don't remember all the combo.
Oh yeah. Yeah, same.
Mhm.
I just smash buttons and that's how I play.
Exactly, mash buttons, and somehow you can win, maybe.
Yeah. So, what's one thing you spend a lot of money on besides video games?
Food.
Nice.
Food, definitely.
Nice.
Food, drinks. Although I try not to go out to drink more.
Yeah.
Now I try to, if I do drink, I try to do it at home because it's less expensive.
Yeah.
But food, not for myself. I don't actually buy a lot of good food for myself. But when I have people around, I like to treat them. I prefer to treat people than to treat myself.
Mhm.
Video games I don't spend too much because I wait for sale. But yeah, those are two things. Although I have been spending a bit more now on clothes because apparently I dressed like a horrible human being before. So now I try to color match and buy lots of clothes.
Okay.
Not expensive ones though, but
Yeah.
but I try to buy more clothes now.
Yeah.
But yeah, mostly those three things: just food,
Yeah.
clothes, and drinks.
Yeah. So let's say you were stranded on an island. You could only take 3 things or 2 things and 1 person. Who would you take, or what would you take, and why?
Let's see. Do you want me to go logical about this or
Um,
something?
Well,
If we
let's
go
just-
logical,
well,
like
I wouldn't
I'll
say
get
food because there's like food on the island. Let's say, for example, it's a tropical island, for example.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah.
A tropical island. Okay, I'll get a solar powered generator,
Oh wow, I think that.
which
yeah.
exists, by the way, which does
Uh-huh.
exist. A
Uh-huh.
solar powered power generator.
Uh-huh.
My PC.
Of course.
Imagine that, my
You would
PC.
be like, hi,
Uh,
hi, Lupa. I'm live from a tropical island. Hi,
I will start
Butters."
streaming. It's like, hey, hi guys, welcome back to my stream. I'm out on tropical island. There's a shark over there, and I
Oh,
think that's a
that
cannibal right there.
That gorilla wants to be. Oh my God! Don't hit me, gorilla! And the gorilla hits you with a banana or something.
no, I'll be like, hey, gorilla. So, how do you feel like being in this island? Start interviewing the gorilla. Yep. Just,
Yeah.
sorry guys for content. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Yeah, maybe if it's like something that I can't bring to save myself.
Well, yeah.
What would it be? A chessboard, maybe at the moment, because I'm currently obsessed with chess at the moment.
Oh yeah.
Who do I bring? Les Stroud,
Uh,
the Survivor Man.
that's a good choice.
I'll
Yeah.
just follow what he says.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
well, what else? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't plan to get stranded on an island.
Yeah.
I don't
You
go
don't-
to islands.
You don't plan these things; they happen like out of the blue.
Yeah. Well, if that happened out of the blue, you don't really have much choice on what to bring, do you?
Well, okay, fine. You got me on this one. Okay, so what's one of your all-time favorite songs?
Oh, the Beatles something. Wicked Games by The Weeknd.
Hmm. Oh, is it actually called something?
Yeah, it's called something.
Ah.
Something in the way she moves. Yeah, that one. By George Harrison, to be more precise, but it is by the Beatles. Yeah.
Is Ellie Goulding has also sampled it, something in the way you move as well
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
in 2015.
Okay, yeah, but that oh, see, I'm
Yeah.
so out of touch. I do love The Weeknd. I love The Weeknd. There are a couple songs I love to sing to people, or at least my exes loved it. Which is mostly Ed Sheeran songs.
Ooh.
But I found that Ed Sheeran love songs not too hard to sing
Yeah.
on the
Speaking
guitar,
of
especially on the guitar. Mhm.
speaking of Ed Sheeran, I'm probably gonna get cancelled after this joke, but why doesn't Ed have a girlfriend?
Why doesn't what?
Ed have a girlfriend?
Is this a joke?
Yeah, because Sheeran.
Okay, yeah.
Ed
What?
Sheeran.
Oh, Sheer. Sheeran.
Okay, that's
Can
the
that
interview,
joke still
guys.
work
Bye.
since he has a wife now?
Maybe. Okay, guys, that's the interview. Bye.
That's the interview. Sorry, Ed Sheeran, we're gonna get cancelled by Ed Sheeran fans.
Yeah.
But no, I do love Ed Sheeran. I know a lot of
Yeah.
people hate him.
Yeah.
But I was like, dude, listen to whatever songs you want. There's no such thing as cool songs. There's
Yeah.
no, yeah.
Have you heard his latest
Songs is
album
just-
though?
Is that wait? How latest?
2023.
Is that the one where he Bad Habits on?
Hold on, let me check real quick. There's a song on there called "Amazing." I don't.
Probably not.
Hold on.
the-
Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, the last album I heard of Ed Sheeran is when Bad Habits, isn't it?
It's
Yeah,
called
Bad Habits.
Autumn Variations. Bad Habits. Bad Habits. I don't think Bad Habits is on there. Oh, hold on.
Okay, so maybe the one before then.
Bad Habits.
The
No, I don't think it's on there.
Okay, then no, I haven't heard it. No.
It's called Autumn Variations. It's out
okay.
in September. It was out in September.
September.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, I haven't heard it. I think the
Yeah.
latest song I've heard was what's his name? Steven Sanchez? Is that his name?
Yeah.
The one that sang "I would never fall in love again
Yeah.
until I found her." That one. That's
Yeah.
a lot of people like me singing that song to them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a fun song to sing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's yeah. So no, I haven't heard that Ed Sheeran album, unfortunately.
Yeah. So I
I need to
have.
listen to Alpha.
Yeah. I have like a kind of like a small, like quirky question. Has anyone
Mhm.
ever recognized you from Twitch when you were out with either friends, alone, or
No,
family?
no,
No.
I don't think many people from Melbourne watch me. And so, I mean, other than the other streamers, they recognize me, who I met. But no, I haven't met
Yeah.
anyone, any random person who recognized me on stream. I have met the closest probably I went to another stream, and some random viewer there recognized me. Possibly through a raid or something, but I don't know who they are. That's the closest I've ever
Okay.
got like that kind of recognition. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So where do you see yourself in a few years from now?
Hopefully by 2026, I would have nice full set of hair because I am planning to get a hair transplant some point in 2025.
Fingers crossed. Yeah.
Fingers crossed. It's just very expensive, so I have to save money. So hopefully by then I don't know how my stream is gonna be in 2026.
Yeah.
To be honest, for stream, I don't really think that much ahead.
Yeah.
It's just like, what games am I gonna play, and that's it.
Yeah.
But for work, hopefully I'll be either promoted or somewhere else.
Yeah.
Not too sure.
Yeah. So can you tell us about one embarrassing moment and one funny moment that you cannot forget?
Oh, that's too many to list.
Or it could
Especially
be
embarrassing
one
moment.
that started embarrassing and ended up being funny, or the opposite.
Well, I mean, you've heard two of them already, where
Yeah,
on
we
stream
want
as
more.
the breast milk incident.
Yeah.
Let's see. In real life, I called a client and I asked, and I'm pretty sure this is what I said. I asked, "Do you work in the photography business?" For some reason, he misheard me and he thought I said, "Do you work in the pornography business?"
Pornography, yeah.
And yes, and so he's like, "No, I don't work in porn." And yeah, my colleagues
Yeah.
heard that.
Yeah.
Me. So that's pretty bad. I made a Harry Potter joke once in when calling to a client, and they didn't understood the reference. That was pretty embarrassing. Let's see. A bad memory I had is I'm pretty sure I kind of tried to ask that man out, but it came out weird when I was in high school. That memory never left me.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna remember that forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of embarrassing
Yeah.
memories.
Yeah. So can you, out of these three, which would you prefer? Soda, juice, or sparkling drinks?
Oh, I don't like spark. Oh, you mean sparkling drinks like soda?
Like sparkling water, nothing that is like contains sugar or anything. Just water.
Oh yeah,
that's
no,
sparkling,
I don't like sparkling water, unfortunately.
okay.
Which is
Yeah.
bad because I know it's supposed to be healthy, but I really
Yeah.
don't like it.
Yeah.
Unless it's filled with alcohol. So now it's between juice and soda. I think I do prefer soda. Neither are healthy. Especially if it's processed juice, that's
Yeah.
really unhealthy.
Yeah.
But if I had to choose, and if there are no health,
Yeah.
if there are no bad health results from it,
Yeah.
soda.
Yeah. So, same question, but with coffee, tea, or hot chocolate?
Ooh. It's either coffee or tea for me. I do love hot chocolate. I love hot chocolate, but I don't drink them anymore.
Yeah.
I mainly drink coffee or tea. When I'm home, I'm drinking tea. I drink coffee when it's free because there's free coffee at my workplace, like free barista coffee. Tell you what, I drink more tea generally. However, if I'm going out to a cafe, I drink coffee.
Nice.
Like if I have to pay money, I have to choose, it would be coffee.
Nice.
But if it's if I have to make it myself, tea.
Nice. Yeah, we are down to the last 5 questions of this segment because I'm starting to go overtime. But that's one thing I'm really enjoying tonight, like our chit chat. So who's your all-time celebrity crush?
Oh, Rachel McAdams. Easy.
Oh,
Rachel McAdams.
mine would be Kat Dennings and Charlie Puth.
Oh, Kat Dennings is very hot. Yes. And who's the other one?
Charlie Puth.
Oh,
You
oh
just
yeah, I
want
love Charlie
attention.
Puth.
Yeah.
I love Charlie Puth. My favorite song from Charlie Puth would be "We Don't Talk Anymore."
We don't talk anymore.
Talk anymore.
Which is
Yeah,
Selena Gomez.
especially since I listened to that song after I broke up with someone, so it's like perfect timing. But I love that song. I do love Attention as well. But no, Rachel McAdams has been my crush since I watched The Notebook.
Nice.
And yeah, no, I love Rachel
Nice.
McAdams.
So since we're also talking about celebrities, if you had the chance to switch lives with one celebrity from today, who would you pick and why?
Oh, celebrity. Okay, I don't want to pick someone too famous because I want to
could
pick
be a
someone
streamer as
who
well.
is.
It can be a streamer as well.
Yeah, oh no, I don't think streamer famous is good. All the famous streamers usually have really bad like rabid fans.
Oh yeah.
I would probably want to choose someone who's director famous. Because everyone knows them for their work. Not because of their personal life, their looks, because of their
100%.
work. So I would choose probably someone like Christopher Nolan. Or like someone like Steven Spielberg, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I will have fans, I will have massive fans, but none of them will be like obsessed with me. And whoever I date and whatever I do would not matter. I can be weird like Quentin Tarantino, or I could be very soft-spoken like Christopher Nolan, or very quirky like Tim Burton. No one cares. They only care about one thing: my work. So I feel like that's the best kind of fame, where your fame is due to your work, not because of your looks or what you say or whatever.
So since the new year is already like here, what are some of your plans for 2024?
I will try my hardest to be more active, as in like more fit. Let's see what else. I will try my hardest to help people out more. Because I feel like I am feeling a little bit selfish sometimes, which I might need to change. As well as, I will try my hardest to be there more for people, because I feel like I haven't been that kind of person. So, someone dependable, someone reliable.
Yeah. And using one or two words, how would you describe 2023 for you?
2023, one or two words. Chaotic.
Yeah, for me it would be like WTF.
Yeah, basically chaotic. WTF. What? That's the word. What?
Sorry, what?
And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be using that from 2020, 2021, 22, 23, maybe 2024.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be using that a lot.
My mind was processing 2020 up till like last year, then the file got corrupted, and now I'm still processing 2021.
Yeah, I know. It's been so quick. However, I would say 2023 is an amazing year for video games.
Yeah,
we have so many good video games. 2023.
100%. What event impacted your life in 2023?
2023? Oh, not much. That's the thing. Nothing drastic much happened in 2023, unfortunately.
Maybe a game, let's say a gaming event, something in a game, maybe, if you wanna.
I don't really remember anything memorable when I was video gaming in 2023.
Maybe
like I said, the biggest memory, like I said, that I had in 2023 is my birthday, where I was impacted. I think that is what changed me the most, because I was more pessimistic about life, I guess, back in the day. I thought like I'm never gonna get any friends. I thought like no one likes me, nobody cares about me. I'm gonna spend my birthday just like always, with sadness of growing older. But then that changed my perspective and things. It showed me a lot of things that I didn't consider. So that would be my biggest memory change and event that happened.
So the final question is, if you owned and ran a streaming platform, what would you allow and what would you disallow?
Anything toxic content, like content for the sake of being toxic, we've seen a couple of these. I would definitely ban, especially if they're like breaking the law, harassing people. There are content out there specifically to harass people. And they said, oh, it's a prank. No, you're harassing people. There's a difference between a prank and a harassing. And pushing random people in public, filming it, is not a prank. That's harassing. That's definitely banned. Any racist, bigotry related content will be banned. Which would maybe a bit harder, because we have to draw the line between conflict of opinion and actual bigotry, right?
Yeah.
Just because you said something I don't like doesn't mean it is bigotry. For example, someone said soccer sucks, and I would have to bite my tongue, but because I love soccer,
Same here.
Yeah. So, but that's a difference of opinion, not bigotry. But if someone says this race of people sucks, then that's bigotry, and that's I would not like that.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, there's a lot of streamers who are famous because of that.
Yeah. So this is the final question in this segment. I will. Do you want to talk more about like something mental health or something like that impacted you in segment 3, or you don't feel like there's the necessity of that?
No, we can talk about that. Yeah. I've been pretty open with Yeah. I'm a science guy. I am not a smart guy. Let me just put that out. But
you're more like science, like gizmos and stuff, or like
no, like as in, I recognize there are when it comes to stuff with health, science, all that. I
So
would
yeah,
trust the
yeah,
scientists over myself and other people, basically smarter people than me.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but science rather
yeah,
than
yeah,
feeling superstitions. But
yeah, yeah, yeah,
no, I'm pretty open when talking about mental health
yeah. What do
on
you
my
want to talk
stream, or
about
basically in real
actually?
life.
Like, what topic should we talk about?
Well, just mental. I guess with mental health itself, I think it's better now
Maybe
and nowadays that
ADHD or something, depression, maybe.
maybe not ADHD because I don't have ADHD. I am friends with a lot of people with ADHD, but I don't have ADHD
Okay,
myself.
okay,
But with depression, yeah, I've I used to be in the the creative industry, so yes, almost everyone that has gone through some form
okay,
of depression, unfortunately.
okay.
But no, I'm pretty open about it. Like
Yeah,
nothing's triggering
yeah.
or anything.
So since we already started talking about like depression in this segment, just a small disclaimer that in this segment we are talking about mental health. Some sensitive subjects may not be fitting or might seem heavy or triggering for some, so be well aware as you listen. Feel free to either skip or dip out on the segment if you feel uncomfortable about some subjects. This also applies to future episodes too, so listen at your own risk. I say that because in the last episode we spoke about like self-harm and bullying. So yeah. So we're gonna talk about depression. I myself have various episodes of depression. It even went to anxiety, even, and I hate. I sometimes like I tear myself down. Like, oh my God, I'm never gonna be able to get out of this country, for example, or like, oh no, like I beat myself down a lot, and then I think like, if I sleep it off, I'll be feeling better. Then this happens, then I feel depressed again, then I feel like it's an ongoing cycle. Uh, have you dealt with depression before yourself?
Yes,
Yeah.
several times, and
How did
I
you handle it?
actually
Yeah.
not well, unfortunately. Just like you, I tear myself down a
Yeah.
lot of times. Especially, and I trying my hardest not to nowadays. But when
Yeah.
I do like small mistakes, I will say like, "Oh, you stupid idiot! Why did you do this? You're an idiot. You dumb. This
Uh-huh.
is why you're a failure. And this is why your
Yeah.
stream sucks or whatever." I always say stuff like that. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to think in a way like imagine if I'm like what I'm when I'm talking to myself, I'm not actually talking to myself, I'm talking to
Uh-huh.
someone else. Would you say that to someone else who just made a mistake?
Uh-huh.
Right. So I think
Yeah.
someone I think it was a Lupa who told me about it, like on
Yeah.
how to combat being harsh to yourself is imagine you're not actually talking to yourself, but you're talking to someone else. Of
Yeah.
course, you wouldn't. I mean, if you're a good person, you're gonna say, "Oh, you suck. You're an idiot. You're a failure."
Of course.
So why would you say that to yourself?
Yeah.
But it is a struggle because I still do that sometimes, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But which is why I try to combat it with praising myself as well. When I do good things, I'm like, "Oh, well done, Alpha,"
Yeah.
But I have look, I don't know how many episodes I had of depression,
Mhm.
but two moments did come to mind. And the first time is I would have been 20, not 20 or something, and I was full of hope.
Yeah.
I was a goalkeeper for indoor soccer. I played pretty well. I played guitar. I loved guitar, and I was going out with someone at the time, and I was finishing university when I studied film productions, and I applied to a job of like a video editing job for a really nice company, and it went pretty well, the application, and then within I think 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
So it happened first. What happened was my girlfriend broke up with me. My then girlfriend broke up with me, which obviously
Oh.
made me really
Wow.
sad.
Yeah.
And then So when back then when I was sad, I would play the guitar and try to play some sad songs or whatever. I'll just try to play video
Yeah.
games, try to distract myself. And then during indoor soccer, I broke my left wrist.
Oh wow. Yeah.
And then went to the doctors. They told me I can't play anymore. Like that's it. That's my goalkeeping days as indoor soccer. I can't play anymore,
Yeah.
ever. And I need to get surgeries.
Yeah. I
Um,
played soccer as well, but instead of like kicking the ball, there's
Mhm.
like these small poles, that like they very small, not like wall height or anything, just like high enough up to your knees. So it's like
Mhm.
the ball went in between these, and instead of kicking the ball,
Ooh,
yeah, my knee, my like the
ouch.
kneecap shattered, and it didn't shatter, but like
Yeah.
it went blue. So I didn't
Yeah,
do
no,
anything
that's
back then. I just like bandaged it
yeah.
and like
Oh
give it
yeah,
rest.
same.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then it got worse.
yeah,
And then it got worse. And then I need to get surgery. But because of
nah,
that
yeah,
wrist, I couldn't
yeah,
play anymore. I was told I could never play anymore. And I
yeah.
couldn't, need to get a couple surgeries. And because of my broken wrist, I couldn't play the guitar and I couldn't play video games.
Mm-hmm.
And I was living in an
Yeah,
apartment and I was just in my room, just like, and then it just happened.
yeah,
It's just like, it was rough. I don't know how. And worst is I tried to tell my friends about it.
yeah,
At the time, the guy I thought was my friend, um, and I told him my
yeah.
how I was feeling and how it's affecting me, and he got angry
Mm-hmm.
because then he said, "Oh, you don't have the right to be sad about that. There are kids in Africa starving," which is, for those who are listening, do not ever say that
Yep.
to someone when they're
100%.
feeling down or whatever.
100%.
Okay. I think what he's trying to do, like, I don't want to blame too much, but I think what he's trying to do is he's trying to put it into perspective that
Yeah.
my situation is not as bad as it could have. But the thing is, we are human beings, not robots.
Yeah.
Your feelings are valid, no matter how small it actually is. Your feelings are valid, and because him saying that, I stopped sharing to anyone else, which is probably the worst thing you could do when you're having depression. And so I closed off myself. I didn't talk to anyone. And I basically, it was bad. I didn't take care of myself. I just 80% of the time I just laid in bed.
Yeah.
I didn't take showers. I didn't eat. I mean, I had some food because otherwise, I would die. But I didn't want to eat. I didn't want to do anything. I wasn't even at some point. I didn't even feel sad. I just felt numb.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain that, but it just feels like like I just want you just want to give up. Basically, it's not like you're
Yeah.
sad. You just want to give up.
100%.
So yeah, that's the first time. The second time it happened again, I was about, I think this is 2017. I was 27. I was about to propose to someone. We even talked about like our families, having kids, our names, our lives like that. And we was about to propose to someone, and she broke up with me.
Oh,
3 months
wow.
before I was about to break up, and we had the tickets to Bali booked and all that. She
Wow.
broke up with me
Yeah.
out of nowhere and just took her stuff and just leave. I still don't know why to this
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
And then a week later I found out she was with another person. And
Yeah.
and yeah, that was an unhappy place at all. That, and I started to get anxiety attacks from that one as well.
Yeah, I can
Which,
imagine
yeah.
that. I've had that with like most of like my relationships, because some of them, the last two were kind of like momentary rebounds, like not for like, they didn't last like months or years like the others did, but like the last two were actually rebounds, and I felt depressed because I was used. Like they used me to get to a certain point in their life where like I've also like felt abused because I had restrictions put on me. I've had a lot of like things which affected me in a very, very, very bad way. And then then my friend decided to just like dip out on me, like not be my friend, not help me out. uh, even though he was there for me um, in my 2020 breakup with my biggest depression ever, where I just played Demi Lovato's song "Anyone," where she says like, "Is
Mm.
there anyone?" Like,
Yeah.
why the fuck am I praying anyway? And like, I feel like no one's listening. That's what the song is about.
Yeah.
It says, so, oh Lord, is there anyone? Like, that's what I felt. But lately, it's been like, I've been on like a journey of like self cleansing because I haven't felt the need to feel down anymore because I've got things uh, under control, if we can say that, at work and in my life right now. Uh, because basically at work it wasn't going very smoothly as I was like expecting it to be. You know, like with the low pay income, with everything that's happening in the world,
Mm.
our economy is getting to where Venezuela's economy is.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah,
That's really
yeah.
bad.
For like $100, it used to be like two of our bills here, like two
Oh
currency
God.
bills. Now it's like for $100 you have to like have a pack of it, like a pack of like I don't
Oh
know,
wow.
100
Yeah, yeah,
papers, 100
yeah.
bills. Yeah, so that's how bad it is. And
Sucks.
I should
Yeah.
should have been making like 1,000 since I've been at my job for like 10 years, $1,000. I get
Oh
barely
wow.
like $420 or $430, 435, 415, depends.
Damn. And that
Hmm.
sucks because you
Yeah,
feel like you should get rewarded for your loyalty, but sometimes
yeah,
the business's
yeah,
loyalty is to themselves. Yeah.
yeah. But what also like gave me like big triggering depressions last year is also
Hmm.
the passing of like my friend's dog, which is a little bit
Hmm.
stupid, but not stupid at the same time because I
No.
loved her.
Yeah.
She died of a
That's not
heart
stupid
attack.
at all. Yeah.
She died of a heart attack at
A,
like the age of six,
a dog?
six,
What?
6 years old.
What
Yeah.
breed?
Uh,
What breed?
Maltese.
That's not even. Hang on, the Maltese is not like. Is that a big dog?
She's a small dog. Yeah,
Yeah,
she's a small
that's.
black and white dog. She's very
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't know. She had issues with her hearts, anyways. So
Yeah, Maltese are very small dogs, and usually small dogs live longer.
I know.
Um,
Not that
yeah,
small
that's
though, but
so
she had
shocking.
problems. Yeah, we did not expect or see that coming, you
Yeah,
know. But like,
yeah.
she died peacefully. Like how? Like she went to say goodbye to everyone. Okay, that's
Aww.
a funny thing that I'm gonna say now, but
Yeah.
it was like what I've been told. She did her last pee, and then she went to like just
Aww.
rest, and she never woke up.
Aww.
Yeah,
Dogs are so.
yeah,
We don't deserve dogs. They're so loyal. They're so nice.
yeah,
I love dogs.
yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Nah,
But
it's fine.
yeah, no, it's especially nowadays, especially with your like currency situation
Mhm.
nowadays, like the cost of living is increasing,
Oh yeah,
um,
yeah,
and it's just sad that
yeah.
while we're spiraling this way, I can't buy any houses anymore because everything's bought up.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's
yeah,
and
and
well, while the rich gets richer,
yeah, and me waiting on my mother to like have her confirmation about like moving to the US, when she's
Mm,
gonna have it, if it's gonna happen or not. It's just
yeah,
like, uh, I'm impatient to get out of here, you know? Like I just
hmm
want like a better life for myself. That's what's also
no,
been triggering my
yeah,
depression.
anxiety, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah,
And
no,
having
I would,
things, yeah,
yeah.
having things not go swiftly and everything. But yeah, but I have a question for you. Like, uh, what would you do if like you've seen someone wanting to just end their lives or like off themselves because of depression? How would you handle that?
Talk to them actually, and actually talk about suicide. That's one thing I learned. So I
Mm-hmm.
actually did a bit of a course on like mental health stuff.
Uh-huh.
And one of the things they said is actually talk to them about it and ask them about it. It actually will help
Yeah.
them not to do it, rather than, because some people are like, oh, I don't want to talk about suicide with them because they might, get the idea or something. It's actually the opposite. If you talk to people about suicide and you get them to talk about it, it actually reduces the chances of them going through it.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, exactly. And that includes depression or anything really.
Yeah.
And it's sad back. It's better now, but back in the day, men especially are taught to like, don't show your feelings, do not talk about your feelings. Feelings are weakness. And I'm very fortunate that I live in a country where that's that's no longer the case. How now we are encouraged to talk about it, and that we are encouraged to share our feelings, to show affection, and when we're having problems, to actually share it to people. Sure, there are some idiots who still say, no, that's for wusses or whatever, and they're like, look, those type of idiots will always be there. But I'm glad for the majority of people here, at least in Australia, you are encouraged to talk about it, and you are encouraged to share it. And I hopefully the rest of the world will follow. I know there's some place in Indonesia it's still not a thing, but at least it is here in Australia.
I want to ask one more question before we wrap things up. What would you tell others that are having like depression and self-doubt and those bad thoughts? What's your advice to them, or what would you tell them?
Yeah, that's tough because now I'm trying to imagine when I'm having depression or whatever, like what would I want to happen? The hardest part is because when you're in this state, you're not gonna be thinking clearly. It's not like when you have depression, like, okay, well, I have depression, so here's what I'm gonna do. And even with my second episode, I even though I know, look, I know why I'm feeling these things, it doesn't help. So if for those listening who are having depressions, I guess the best way to find it is try to find good friends. Because how I got out is because of the love people gave, especially my family. It's I wouldn't say it's possible, but it's really difficult to try to pull it out yourself, unless you're really lucky. But just know that you're not alone. A lot of people are going through the same things. That doesn't mean that your feelings are invalid. No, your feelings are very valid. Okay, and please do not ever play Pain Olympics. That's the worst thing ever. Pain Olympics. And for those who doesn't know what Pain Olympics are, it's like, when people basically have a competition who's in a worse position or having the worst feeling. It's not good. You are humans. Your feelings are valid, and no matter how silly it may seem, they are valid. For example, you thought it was silly that it was your friend's dog. I didn't find that silly at all. Like, dogs are pure happiness and pure loyalty, and so to see one die, and it's one of them you love, that's very understandable what you go through, like a cycle of sadness or depression because of that.
100%.
But just know that don't ever for those listening, don't ever belittle your own feelings, and don't belittle other people's feelings. That's 100%. Because yes, we are humans, and the best thing we can do is take care of each other, and try to help each other out.
100%. Alpharoth, thank you so much for that interview. It was really a fun time chatting with you. I really didn't want it to end.
No, I had a great time.
I'm thriving to find more questions, but I don't want to go over time anymore. So, well,
that's okay. There's always next time. We ever do this again.
Yep, we will. We probably will. I have a lot of questions that I cut off. I haven't asked. I'm leaving them for next time. So that's better.
The next time.
Yeah.
No worries. Thank you so much for having me, by the way.
Thank you so much. Any last words for the listeners?
I'm not as weird as people think.
And he doesn't
Maybe I am. I
he
don't know.
doesn't actually lactate, by the way.
That's it. What now?
About the breast milk thing, he doesn't.
Okay, look, hang on. No, I'm not. I don't actually like breast milk. As an adult, maybe as a baby, and that's it. And it's not weird.
Okay. Yeah, we're clear on
weird.
this.
Okay. All right. Okay. Oh God, I have a bad reputation now.
I mean, yeah.
Yes. No breast milk as an adult. I
Yeah.
haven't had one since I was a baby.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yes, that would. Is that really gonna be my last words? My breast milk
Famous
references.
famous last words.
Oh God.
Probably seeing the
But no,
title,
thank you so much for having me, Lucy.
seeing the title of the episode, Alpharoth, breast milk.
Oh yeah, the breast milk guy. Oh yeah, that guy. I know him.
And then titties.
As long as
titties
people
all
don't
out.
ask me that in real life. As long as people don't say that to me in real life, like you're the breast milk guy, I'm fine.
Yeah. I'll see you guys. Thank you all for listening, and I'll see you guys like next time. Hopefully, you all stay amazing and take care of yourselves.